Welcome back to Limited Edition Motorcars. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you around the last Crown Victoria I have left. Let's get started. Well, ladies and gents, this is the last one that I have left. If you watched one of my previous videos, you know that I was selling my 2011 Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, and one of the viewers saw my video and contacted me, and I'm happy to report the car is going to a very, very good home. The gentleman is a collector in New York, and I am very, very happy that he got the car from me, and I hope I get to meet him soon so I can film his collection, because it's absolutely incredible. I have never seen anything like that, and I'm pretty sure it's the only collection like that in the world. So hopefully I get to meet him soon. But in today's video, I'll show you around my the last Crown Victoria I have left. This is a 1988 LTD Crown Victoria, so this is not technically a standalone Crown Vic, it's an LTD. And this is an all original car with about 32,000 miles on it. Original paint, original interior. It hasn't been modified, molested in any way, shape, or form. It's in absolutely pristine condition. And I originally bought this car for myself. I never intended to sell it. So I'm kind of impartial. I could take it or leave it. So if it can stay here forever, it doesn't really matter to me. But you know, if somebody buys it, somebody buys it. But when I saw this car pop up, I just had to get it because it's in such a wonderful condition. It truly is what we call in the industry, you know, collector grade, you know, museum grade quality car. And the thing about these Crown Victorias is that they were really not that collectible. They're still really not that collectible, and there's just not that many left. I mean, I haven't seen any in this condition. There's some nice ones out there, but nowhere near this. I mean, this is basically brand new car. I'm sure if you come with a microscope, you might find a nick or two here and there, but it's, you know, it's an incredible condition. I did a lot of work to this car as well, because when I first got it, it was in hibernation for quite some time, and I changed all the fluids. I did some air conditioning work. I'll show you the engine bay in a second. So put new tires on it. Even though the tires that were on it were actually new, there were only about 1,000 miles on them. I have service records from the previous owner. But they had square, like flat spots, because they were basically square. So I had to put new tires and just a bunch of stuff like general maintenance. But let's check out the interior. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, it's brand new. The car brand new. It smells brand new. The carpeting is just this, you know, 70s style kind of fluffy, shaggy carpet. Absolutely incredible condition. Door panels still has original strikers on them. I mean, the doors shut and close like it's just like a brand new car. So there's not that many left in this condition. And like I mentioned before, a lot of people thought that your Lincolns, your Mercurys are going to be more collectible, but you know, nobody really preserved these. So it's actually harder to find a Crown Vic in this condition than it is, like I say, vintage Ferrari, because nobody really thought that this is going to be worth any money, and they're still, you know, relatively cheap cars if you think about them. This is a great, absolutely fantastic way to get into a classic car. If you've been thinking about buying a vintage car, this is just this is a perfect car to start with. It's cheap, and it's kind of a great mix between modern and vintage, because it can keep up with traffic. And, you know, it has air conditioning and all the creature comforts, and you get some of that vintage car feel. So let's take a look at the engine bay. As you can see, the dash has no cracks. It's all original. What I did is actually installed like one of those screen protectors on the windshield. It still has an original windshield here, as you can see. It's the car light. So if any debris hits it, so it doesn't crack, because these are pretty much impossible to find. What else? I actually got these are custom made carpets for the car. The originals, I don't know what happened to them, they were lost. So, but it's perfect match in color. And This car is in phenomenal condition. I really didn't do anything to it in terms of cleaning up or buffing or nothing like that. So this is an original engine bay in pristine condition. You can still see stampings, factory stampings on the car, which you rarely see on cars with high miles. They're still here. I did a lot of air conditioning work. We put new evaporator. When the car came in, it had it was still R12, so it was converted to R134, and the air conditioning worked fine, but I could smell a little bit of Freon in the car, so they couldn't really find the leak. But typically, and there was a little bit of smoke coming out of the vents sometimes, so typically that means it's the evaporator. So I sourced an NOS, new old stock original part evaporator, new NOS dryer, new pressure, NOS pressure switch, and it has a brand new compressor. The compressor I couldn't find OEM because actually they do exist. You can find them, but they come separate. The compressor comes separate. Then you have to find the clutch, and you gotta do the shims and all that stuff. So we bought the best aftermarket unit you could buy, and it was converted. So the air conditioning is pretty much you can hang meat in the car. It's so cold, but as you can see, it's it's in pretty much brand new condition here. So it's really nice car, and it has the original pinstriping. This was an option. It's hand painted pinstripe, or hand painted or painted. It's not a sticker. So it has the original roof. You have the French seam double stitch. And that's how you know it's original, because all the replacements have this kind of flipped over on top of each other. Nobody really can do French stitch double seam like this anymore. So there may be a couple of guys in the country left who can do that. And as I mentioned, the tires are brand new. So this is the only brand that's left, Uniroyal. Tiger bought it, sells white wall tires in this size. Michelin used to have it, but Michelin doesn't sell anymore white wall tires. I mean, you can do Cokers, but they're and then you have Vogue tires, but they're kind of weird with that yellow gold stripe or whatever. But that's, I guess that's your tour of 1988 LTD Crown Victoria. If anybody is interested in this car, it's available for sale. You can check out the links below, or go to my website, lemotorcars.com. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.